The Russo-Ukrainian War is an ongoing international conflict that started in 2014 and escalated dramatically in 2022. It involves Russia, its proxy forces, and Ukraine, a former Soviet republic that has sought closer ties with the European Union and NATO. The war has its roots in the historical, cultural, and political tensions between the two countries, as well as Russia's desire to maintain its influence and control over the region. The war began with the covert invasion of Crimea by disguised Russian troops in February 2014, following a popular uprising in Ukraine that ousted the pro-Russian president Viktor Yanukovych. Russia annexed Crimea after a disputed referendum, violating Ukraine's sovereignty and international law. The annexation sparked a wave of protests and unrest in eastern and southern Ukraine, where many people identify as ethnic Russians or Russian speakers. Russia supported these separatists with weapons, money, and fighters, leading to the outbreak of a war in the Donbass region. The war in Donbass lasted for 8 years, with periodic ceasefires and peace talks that failed to resolve the conflict. The war claimed over 13,000 lives, displaced over 1 million people, and damaged the infrastructure and economy of both countries. Despite international sanctions and diplomatic pressure, Russia continued to back the separatists and deny its direct involvement in the war. Russia also engaged in cyber attacks, propaganda campaigns, and naval incidents against Ukraine and its allies. In February 2022, Russia launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine from multiple directions, breaking through the front lines in Donbass and opening new fronts in Kharkiv, Zaporizhia, Dnipro, Kherson, and Odessa. Russia also fired missiles at several cities across Ukraine, including Kyiv, Lviv, and Zhytomyr. The invasion was met with fierce resistance from the Ukrainian military and volunteers, as well as support from NATO and other countries. The invasion has resulted in tens of thousands of casualties on both sides, and instigated Europe's largest refugee crisis since World War II. The Russo-Ukrainian War is not only a humanitarian tragedy, but also a geopolitical challenge that threatens the security and stability of Europe and the world. The war poses a test for the international order and the principles of sovereignty, territorial integrity, democracy, and human rights. The war also reflects the clash of values and interests between Russia and the West, as well as the aspirations and struggles of the Ukrainian people for their freedom and dignity.